welcome back to Big Time Boxing here in Melbourne. We are here for our fourth fight of the evening, our second title fight, the interim WBA Oceania Super Lightweight title on the line.
And here we go, another title on the line, Hammer. Yutthapol, Sudnongboa, going headed here in the Melbourne Pavilion.
Well, a three-division champion, and he's on a 22-fight winning streak. But he's certainly not here for a holiday. He's here to fight Yutthapol. Now, as I said, boxing, but he's also done a little bit of Muay Thai. He's done a lot.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, Augusto Cesar Monjot.
Born in the Philippines, now called St Kilda his home. It's Augusto Cesar Amonsot, and he's the opponent of Sudnongboa here tonight, Hammer.
Well, Cesar, big raps for him. Of course, the local lad, now managed and promoted by tonight's boss, Brian Armatruda. Got a great support crew around him. And, he's certainly walking into this one well prepared, but against an opponent you cannot underestimate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second title fight of the evening. Once again, this one for the interim WBA Oceania Super Lightweight title. Let me please introduce fighting out of the blue corner. He resides from Nakhon Sawan in Thailand. Fight record, 23 wins, 0 losses, 16 knockouts, undefeated. Nickname, Kawafa Torbuas, and weighed in at 63.05 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, Yutthapol Sudnongboa. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Last night weighed in at 63.2 kilograms. Has a fight record of 32 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws, including 20 knockouts. Resides in Melbourne, St Kilda, nicknamed Caesar of Bohol. Ladies and gentlemen, Augusto Cesar Monjot. Both fighters to centre of the ring.
I'll expect good hard 10 rounds. Neutral corner here, there's a knockdown, one behind me. Shake hands now, we'll start the last round, may the best man win.
Well, title on the line, 10 3-minute rounds. And this one, Amonsot and Sudnongboa set to do battle here. Steve White, Mark the Hammer Castanini, and joined by the living legend himself, Dave Hitchcock. Dave, your thoughts on this one?
Yes, well, Thais usually start off slow, and I've seen Yutthapol fight before. He's a bit of a runner, and Caesar's going to have to close the gap and make a fight of it.
So this one coming to you on Fox Sports, brought to you by Ultra Tuna and Invisigard. We thank them again for their support of boxing here in Victoria and Australia. And I was going to plug our other sponsor, but he's being pretty narky about it, so he'll have to wait.
Oh, fast handwork already from Yutthapol. Caesar's going to have his work cut out for him here tonight, Dave. What do you think?
Definitely. Yutthapol's a very good mover. He moves back and only closes the gap every now and then. Caesar's got to close the gap continually.
And for the viewers at home watching, Mr. Dave Hitchcock has done everything that needs to be done in Aussie fight sports. One of the real, true legends and pioneers of the sport. It's an absolute honour to have him here for this fight. Someone who I've trained with and looked up to for many years. Been a mentor and a friend. And his comments are going to be well listened to.
So, crisp start to this first round.
Caesar, he's snappy. You can see he's done the work training with Ray Giles and the cruiser Julian Holland in the corner, Dave. So you've been a witness and trained alongside these guys in prep for this one?
Yes, I certainly have, and they train very, very hard, and Ray's a very good, astute looking at the other fighter, and what works out the best ways possible to cut those angles and land shots.
He's got good power from both hands, Caesar. And snappy and fast with his combinations as well. But the Yutthapol, as you suggested, may just be starting a little bit slower than the norm. It's a 10-rounder, so there's a bit of a duration there to be working through. So he's probably looking to conserve energy for the latter rounds when it gets closer.
So Yutthapol's last fight back in 27th of July this year, win over Master Suro. For Caesar, put back in August, win over Christian Ariel Lopez, knockout in the 3rd round.
Oh, nice. Just turn off the ropes and counter.
Sharp to the body there from Caesar.
Caesar, of course, the southpaw. Yutthapol orthodox. So this is the 3rd fight tonight. We've had opposing stances.
Yep.
So they're going to be looking for, again, as we've stated, positioning of that lead foot to the outside so they can generate power off the rear side like that. Down to the body, nice counter uppercut there from Yutthapol.
Very sharp hands, hasn't he?
He's got good anticipation, good counter fighting.
I think that's the way he's going to continue the fight on as much as he can. He doesn't want to close it up and turn it into a brawl with Caesar. Suits Caesar too much.
Just a few seconds remaining in round number 1. It's a display of technique from both of them. That's the end of round 1 of 10.
Well, how did you see that first round, Dave?
Well, actually, I thought it was very even. I thought Yutthapol landed some very clean shots. Caesar stepped up all the time, but the counter-punching of Yutthapol, I thought, gave him a bit of an edge that first round.
So round number 2 of 10. Super lightweight title on the line. Yutthapol with a 1-2 to start things. Flurry from both gentlemen.
To the body, the preferred target area for Caesar with the lead is going to the body. And I think he's looking to set that rear hand, so one low to the body, and then probably roll the left hook up high over the top if he can rotate through enough.
Yeah, that's for sure. And he's also palming off Caesar's jab, palming it off and then tapping him with the right hand over the top. His counter-punching superb, actually.
He is, isn't he?
Very clean.
Well, certainly Brian Amatruda has matched this one a treat, even though Caesar's the fighter that is, I suppose, in his stable. Done him no favours, put a real challenger up for the title. All credibility to him for doing so, Dave.
Oh, definitely. But this Yutthapol's very crisp, isn't he? He seems to be landing the cleaner shots and landing them very perfectly timed.
Good head movement, good anticipation.
Great technical display so far from Yutthapol. Only 30 years old, 23 fights of experience, and no losses among them. 16 knockouts to his credit. And beautiful counter straight right there to finish on the outside. And again,
you can see Caesar's having a bit of trouble because he's closing the gap, but then he's moving back again. And every time he has to close the gap, he's getting tagged.
to see a little welt under the right eye there of Caesar.
Well, Yutthapol doing a great job of counter fighting. If you wonder what it's like to see a good fighter counter fight, you're seeing it right now from the tie with the white shorts, red trim.
And the trouble is, Hammer, I don't even think he's warmed up yet.
Yeah.
he'll be looking to start the work rate probably from the fourth onwards, I'd say.
Oh, nice combination there from Yutthapol. He's trying to really in his groove at the moment.
Very straight puncher, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and it's fast. Thumb up, rolls it through beautifully.
He's not trying to power up yet either, whereas Caesar's really trying to load up.
Yeah.
And I think he's very predictable by the way he's doing it. And as I said, he's in and out. He's got to get in and stay in.
That's really, when he turns it into a bit of a brawl, that's when you probably see Caesar at his best, yeah? So Yutthapol, they've done their homework, the Ties, and they certainly know what to avoid, and they're doing a good job of it at this point.
Keep them up a bit. You're a bit low. Let's go.
Well, warning there for a low shot there on Caesar.
And a good call from the centre referee.
Going to the body yet again. 10 seconds left in round number 3.
Caesar's having to work very hard, isn't he? And the other guy's just sitting back, but he's picking the points.
You know, for mine, I think Caesar will he's got to be careful he doesn't let himself get frustrated. Because when he gets frustrated, we know when you're frustrated, your game plan goes right out, your timing goes out, your shots start missing, and your downward spiral. So they really need to address that with Caesar right now in the corner.
So round number 4 of this 10-round title fight, super lightweight title on the line, interim WBA title, and Yutthapol putting on a very good display of precision striking.
Once again, the Melbourne Pavilion, the premier venue for boxing in Australia these days, in my opinion, is looking an absolute treat. Capacity crowd, sold out. Brian Armatruda has told us, and a big thank you to our major sponsor, Ultra Tune, for getting right behind this event, making it all possible.
So here's Caesar. Well, I'd have Yutthapol ahead on the first 3 guys. I don't know what your thoughts are, Dave.
Yeah, mine the same. Yeah. Caesar's jab just isn't making the target, and therefore he's falling short with his left hand. And and this other guy's just plugging him, picking him off as he's coming in.
So, Dave, if you're in the corner with Caesar, what advice would you be giving him?
The advice I'd be giving him is to get in there, stay in there, hang on to him, do what you got to do, brawl him a little bit, push him up against the ropes. No good being out in centre. He moves too well. He's countering too many.
I think from a technical standpoint, Yutthapol sort of has it. You know, he's a class act, obviously. So you've got to take him out of his comfort zone and turn it into a street fight. Right. Put him up against the ropes, put the shoulder on the chest, and just wail in on him and make him uncomfortable.
You've got to rough him up.
Try and phase him a bit. Try and break his rhythm. In fact,
because Caesar's jab's falling short. You know, he's landing the occasional good shot, but he's getting tagged 3 or 4 as soon as he does.
Nice fake step in then, Caesar, but he stalled a little on his combination. He had the right idea to get in and put the pressure on, but just was a little bit reluctant to pull the trigger.
And Caesar doing, instead of all of the attacking, Yutthapol quite gentle. Then a great flurry there from Yutthapol.
That was a 5-6 punch flurry from Yutthapol.
Nice left there on the way out.
The big left hand from Caesar.
They're all sort of roundhouse punches, though, aren't they, Hammer? Yutthapol's firing very straight punches, straight down the centre, and Caesar's trying to come on the outside and unfortunately getting blocked.
He's stepping left with the lead foot, rolling the right shoulder through.
Yep.
Step left, roll right. That's golden rule number 1.
Good shot then.
Golden rule number 1 when you're fighting a southpaw, and Yutthapol's doing it beautifully. And you know what, Dave? We know in Thailand that 80-90% of the fighters, they're all southpaws. So you know what? It's not going to faze him to be fighting a southpaw.
That'd be unusual not to.
And Caesar, in turn, he'd be used to having the advantage over the orthodox fighters. So you know, you're talking about the strategy coming into this fight. Usually, a southpaw over an orthodox fighter has a slight advantage. But in fact, Yutthapol would be well accustomed to fighting that. So
and you can see the beautiful foot movement. He's pivoting off to his left side all the time. It's going well.
Round number 3.
And there we go. So here we go. Round number 4. Caesar, Amonsot, and Yutthapol, Sudnongboa. And Yutthapol putting on a striking clinic at the moment.
getting backed up to the ropes. This is where Caesar wants to get him on the ropes or get him in the corner, lean up on him like that, and try and let the big shots fly. But Yutthapol is well aware of the strategy and counter-strategizing beautifully.
Like Caesar's only throwing 3 or 4 at a time, and then he's putting his hands down, having a look where he is. He's giving Yutthapol time to move away and reset. He's got to stay on him and rush him.
Of course, it's a one punch in the flurry that all you need is for that one punch to land. The less numbers you're throwing, the more likely that your opponent is able to evade them. If you throw 2 punches, they've got a high probability of making a miss.
Exactly.
You throw 8, something's going to get through. It's, punches in bunches, as they say.
See early day that Caesar came out of the box pretty energetic, came forward to start the round. Seems to be continuing that as we go on. Maybe the message got through.
Certainly on the front foot. Now Caesar trying to push the pace.
He's very accurate with that right hand, isn't he?
Yeah.
The Thai boy, very accurate.
But then again, if I was in Caesar's corner, I'd say to him, he's going to throw the right hand. You've you've got to almost wear that right hand and then
To get
bomb,
in.
and then bomb after. You know, wear the right, shut the distance, and then let your combination go. That would be the game plan for mine if I was in Caesar's corner.
And you can see Caesar closes the gap, then he lets the gap